Welcome back, guys. We are back at the beach. Man, I am telling you, this is actually really beautiful. I'm starting to warm up, to the whole vacation thing, right? So this is actually my first vacation, my true vacation, since 1996, if you can believe that. Yeah, I don't get out much. So I was drugged here to the islands by some good friends of mine, and so there's a group of us here, which is very cool, and we're having a blast. It's going to be tough to come back to reality, but I didn't want to leave you guys hanging. So I made a bunch of videos before I left, and then I was talking to some friends, and we came up with this idea of the guest reviewer. So today we have another guest appearance from my very good friend, A Theraputic Edge, where he's going to talk about a Damned Designs folding knife. So thank you very much, A Therapeutic, for all of this and for your friendship and all of that. And yeah, see, even here on the islands, you get some graffiti. What kind of jerk-offs do we have in this world? So, but anyway, there will be a link to A Theraputic Edge's channel down below, so please go check him out. It's been great to have him help me out here, and just awesome. So I love this knife community. Everybody's been super great. So go check him out, and I will turn it over to him for a very cool Damned Designs folding knife I can't remember the name of, but he will tell you all about it. Thanks, guys. Have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow.
Well, welcome back to Dirk Warning's channel. I am still not Dirk Warning. I mean, I could be, but I'm not. Dirk is still on vacation, and once again I am trying my best to fill his shoes. While I admit no one can do that, I'm doing my best here to bring you some interesting content. And what is on the table is interesting content. This is a Damned Designs Basilisk. Now, Damned Designs is run by a guy named Adrian D'Souza. He is a friend of mine. Who am I? Well, I'm A Theraputic Edge. You may have seen my stuff over on my channel, and if you haven't, what are you doing with your lives? I brought along my rule number 9 coin so that you wouldn't miss Dirk as much as I'm sure we all do. In the meantime, let's get back to this. I met Adrian in 2019, just before Blade West in Oregon. He is a super nice guy with a really interesting knife aesthetic, and I have most of his knives. I did not have this one. So recently I ordered one. Now they come in a number of different ways. That you'll notice this is very colorful. And if you've ever watched my channel, you'll know that that's not really my thing. But this is mokutai, and it is some of the most interesting mokutai I've ever seen, because I've never seen it with straight stripes like that. I ordered the basic one, which is this exact knife, but with a carbon fiber inlay. And he reached out and said, "Hey man, I've got one of the mokutais still laying around. Would you be interested in that?" And I went, "Yeah, sure." Because, you know, I'm not stupid. So he sent this along, and I really like it. Now, this and the Wraith have the same handle. That's another knife that you can see on his website. There are a few of these left, but not many. He is moving on to other designs. The Wraith has a Tanto blade. Unfortunately, I don't have it out right now, or I would show it to you. The Basilisk here, lovely drop point with a bunch of belly. This is a great sized knife. Not too big, not too small, although for my hands it is coming up on just a little small, but just the same, because of the way he did this thumb ramp, it is very comfortable in hand. These are titanium and M390. They are running on bearings. They have a lovely clip on them that is milled. Now the new stuff that he's doing, the clip is screwed up through the back, so you can't see the screw, but these are first gen. As I said, this one does have the mokutai inlays, which is a truly unique form of mokutai. I've never seen one quite like this before. The action is very good. They're not snap-shutty, but with a little bit of wiggle, they drop right down and close very nicely. And the closed profile on this thing is just gorgeous. I mean, look at that. It's reasonably thin in the pocket. It's got a nice titanium backspacer and spot for a lanyard. Where are we reaching? There we go. If that is your jam. I don't lanyard, but you might. The action, well, that's very good. The M390 Blade is very polished, excuse me, on the secondary bevel here, but on the flats, There are grind lines that run out towards the front of the blade, which is a really attractive look. And the shape of the handle just cannot be overemphasized how comfortable these things are. There are a few of these on his website still, as far as I know. Now, right back here, you will see that there is an X and an O and a little line. That's actually the logo for his Damn Design fidget stuff. He makes fidget spinners and clickers and all sorts of other interesting things. And on this first generation of knives, that was where he put his logo. I think it's plenty cool. I love small makers that do interesting things. I really do. Some small makers, particularly the custom world, they would make this knife in-house and it would cost $600-800. Adrian found an OEM who built the knives for him, and while that OEM was not perfect and he has changed, they still managed to make for him some very nice knives. The Basilisk here is actually the most recent addition to my Damn Design collection, but one of his older knives. For those of you that are curious, if you go on Amazon right now, you can find some of his new stuff. It is G10 and D2. There are larger versions of basically this out there floating around in that world in D2 and G10, or I should say D2 and G10 because I know what I'm doing. But I love this stuff. My hope is that Adrian's new sort of budget Damn Design line will finance more of this high-end stuff because it is really very good. Let's get some specs out of the way, because I know you guys absolutely care. I always assume people care, but maybe you don't. The blade on this is 1, 2, 3¼ inches of cutting on, because of the way it's shaped, actually about 1, 2, 3, 1. I don't know how to do this. Fuck me. Well, welcome back to Dirk Werning's YouTube channel. I am not Dirk Werning. Nope. I am A Therapeutic Edge. Some people call me Peter, but this is how I'm known on YouTube. Dirk is away on vacation, and he's asked me to step in and drop a couple of videos on his channel so that you guys have content. I did a fixed blade, which may or may not go before this, depending on how Dirk wants to do things, and I've decided to do this as well. Now, before I do that, again, I brought my rule number 9 coin out, just so we all wouldn't miss Dirk quite so much, although we do miss him, and wish him well on his vacation, while at the same time being very bitter that he's on vacation and we are not. So what's on the table, he asks. This is the Damn Design Basilisk. This is one of Adrian D'Souza. He runs Damn Design. This is one of his early designs. These released just before Blade Show West in 2019, which is where I happened to meet him. We are friends. That has happened since, but he's a super nice guy. He has a bunch of knife designs. He's got some new D2 and G10 stuff that is out on Amazon right now. Similar in shape, but much bigger. But this is one of his early pieces, and I figured I'd share it with you guys because I love it. You'll notice that this is a very interesting pattern going on the inlay on the scale. This is straight line mokutai, and it's on both sides. I had never seen anything like this before. I recently ordered this. I had every other one of his knives except the Basilisk. They have different blade shapes and slightly different handles. And I wanted this one before they were all gone. So I ordered a standard one, which just has carbon fiber in here. And instead, he sent me along this mokutai version, and I am very, very happy with that. Now, if you guys have ever watched my channel, you'll know that I'm not a huge fan of really colorful knives. To me, knives should be any color you want, as long as those are black, silver, or gray. And yet, something about the way this is, because it's so different from anything I've seen before, absolutely works for me. The Basilisk is a well-made knife in titanium and M390, and is a very nice titanium backspacer with a spot for a lanyard, if that's your sort of thing. There's a nice milled pocket clip. Now, the screw does go through the back on this side, but on some of his new stuff, it's going to come up from the other side, so it's a very clean look. I love the handle shape here. I have pretty big hands, and when I first saw these, I was very concerned that they were going to be a little too small for me, but they aren't. This is a well-sized knife. Let's see what that means to the rest of us. Well, we are looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just shy of 7.5 inches overall. The blade length on this thing is 3¼ to the edge of the blade and 3 to this part of the scale because of that shape. The grip area from behind the flipper is 1, 2, 3, just shy of 3.5. So my pinky does roll off the end of the knife, but because there's no hook, there's no sharp edge, it still locks in really tightly. That is a well-done knife. Now, you can hold this way, of course. The Basilisk is basically a brother to the Wraith. They have the same handle. The Wraith is a tanto, and the Basilisk has this great drop point with that beautiful belly. This is a great knife to use up close on the board because you can hold it really comfortably. And it sits into the palm really well for this, too. It's great for push cuts, excellent for draw cuts, and, as I mentioned on my channel, if you were to need to hold this in a hammer grip, it's got a really nice stabby tip on it. I love Adrian's work. I think you might too. You can go to damndesigns.com and check out all of his available stuff and some of the things that are coming. There are some very cool things coming in about 6 months. If the shape of this knife appeals to you, go check out Damn Designs. I think you will like what is there. I know I do. That's actually about where we're going to wrap this up. I usually do a size comparison, but I think today I'm going to keep this short in the interest of Dirk's channel. Go to Damn Designs and check out his channel. If you are not subscribed to Dirk Warning's channel, please do so. He would love to have you here on a regular basis. He will be back from vacation in not too long. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoy this video, and you guys take care of yourselves out there.